Good afternoon, this beautiful Monday. And how are we all doing? Trust our day is going on great. Happy holidays to some of us here in the States. It's the Labor Day, and it is the day specially dedicated for the workers. And so I'm pleased to be here, and also for every one of you out there in this group. I'm happy to connect with you right away, right now, at this moment. Today is a beautiful day. This series started 6 days ago, and the motivation for doing this is the fact that when you keep looking at what you love to do, and everything surrounding you and everything around you keep telling you you don't have what it takes to do that thing, you resort to doing two things. Either you accept the fact that you're unable to do that thing. Hi, Allison. Thank you for joining. Yeah, thank you very much. I just wanted to give the video a like and tell me where you're watching from. Thank you very much for joining. As a matter of fact, I was going to congratulate every one of you that have been able to at least come live with me since I started this broadcast 6 days ago. And the emphasis for doing this is the fact that a lot of hate is out there. And as a matter of how we have been groomed by nature, we just kind of tend to see ourselves celebrating others, giving our best, our time, our resources, our everything about us, giving it to other people. And we are the one that we give ourselves least attention. You can go on a long way to please other people, but when it has to do with stuff that will give us the needed grace, the needed help we need to make us to give ourselves that attention, we seldom do that. And so you can see somebody just going out of the way, just not wanting to say no for other people's requests, just wanting to give them, just wanting to go all the way to satisfy them. As a matter of fact, significantly, if you look at what you are pregnant, you are supposed to give birth. You are supposed to bring forth. It's a month that you bring forth. It's the 9 month. The significance of 9 talks about the month a baby is fully formed and is expected to come forth. So I am looking forward to us birthing, bringing forth a new us with the new identity that prioritizes self-love. That you give yourself priority. You love me. And that was why I've always been repeating this reason that I love me. I believe in me. I care for me. I care for myself. I believe in myself. I love myself. I prioritize time for myself. Oh, sometimes when people comes and dump all their requests and what have you on your plate, and you find it difficult to say no just because you want to be people pleaser, or just because you don't want to hurt anybody's feeling, I am looking forward to a time in our lives when we begin, because what you don't give to yourself, nobody will give it to you. If you don't give yourself respect, you don't give yourself love, nobody is going to give it to you. You are planning to get married, when you are just still single, you don't get yourself flower, you don't give yourself a treat, you don't get out there to just spend on yourself, spend time on yourself. When you get married, the man is not going to do that for you because you've not been doing that for yourself. So it's all about us reflecting on how we can bring forth the best of us and love on ourselves, even if nobody sees no reason why they should love us. And so I'm willing to go all this way to encourage, even if somebody is just one person that sees the need for this. And today's emphasis on self-confidence, that in the bit of loving ourselves, we begin to stay and spend more time with ourselves, because there's no how you say you love someone and you don't want to spend time with the person. And so with spending time with ourselves, we'll begin to look inward and see what are those things that are associated with us, that we have in the core of ourselves, that we've not been able to give expression to, that we don't even know it's there, that we just felt we don't have it. And so it is in this spirit that I have decided to persist in growing this momentum and growing this energy to make sure that we all grow together, that we are ending this year on a strong note, that we are ending this year becoming more and more secure, more assertive, more and more full of the knowledge that this is what I stand for, and there is no confusion there about your personality, about what you want, and you are able to voice it out. You are not apologetic. If it's going to hurt somebody else, so far you are in the right space of, when you talk about this self-love, there's no how you can be healthy if you don't give yourself this check. When we talk about self-esteem, talk about self-confidence, there is no how you can be healthy if you are not able to come to a place where you have that inner nudge that you believe in you. And it is that space of you demonstrating that belief that other people will give you that respect. It is you demonstrating that in your talk, in your courage, in your physiology, in the way you talk. There are some people, when they just get into the room, just their voice alone commands. And some people, they may not even have the voice. It is just their body build up. You can imagine. And once they enter the room like that, you can see it is all over them. And so this thing has to do with us really, really coming in inside of us and being able to identify what are those things that is going to give us the trigger, that is going to help us to remain confident. Because I tell you, it is the secret to success in life. You must be confident in your skill, confident in your ability, confident in what you are able to do. And when you have self-confidence, you will have peace. You will have happiness. Nobody will push you over. You will not become a dump over. From that perspective of love and abundance, you will be able to give. And though I want to quickly make a slight different an explanation about what self-confidence and yesterday we talked about self-esteem, and this definition that I saw when I was going through the study that I did says sometimes we confuse self-esteem with self-confidence, but self-confidence, it is let me say it this way. If you have self-esteem, it refers in the belief that you have in your overall worth. It talks about your worth. But self-confidence, the concept of self-confidence is that you are capable of learning, or you are confident in the fact that you believe that you are able to figure things out. You have the ability inside of you that there's nothing you cannot figure out. And you have that belief inside of you, and you are able to walk to that level of belief in you that any good thing you start, you just believe there is a part of you that knows how to figure things out, and that you don't always have to believe that it is only some kind of people. And I want us to look at this, how true it is. In everything, in every fields of life, I want you to imagine anything that anybody has ever achieved in the world. And everybody is going to start exercising and celebrating them that, oh, this is the greatest thing that ever happened. Have you noticed that it won't take a long that you are going to see that trend being repeated by other people? That is it. The way the human being is wired, there is a part of us that refuse to believe that we are unable to do something. In fact, so some of us, when somebody tells you you cannot do a thing, it's like it fuels you. Thank you very much, Blessing. Thank you for joining. It's like somebody challenge you and tells you you cannot do something, or you cannot amount to something. It's like that very challenge fuels you to go and get that thing done. And that is why the issue of self-confidence is so important, and that is why I'm going to be laying more emphasis on it. And I want us to see that the emphasis on confidence today, it goes a long way in helping us define our future. I said it yesterday that a lot of children, when they are growing up, they go through certain challenges that rob them of their confidence. And when we as parents, we don't do our due diligence to really, really help them at that state, it affects their outlook in life. It affects who they become in life. And sometimes you begin to see children, maybe somebody just made jest of their dressing, somebody made jest of them in class or in the bus, somebody bullies them, and before you know it, that starts to give them a kind of outlook that rubs on their worth, and they always feel that, oh, this happened to me. No. Or some children that are not brought up in an environment of love, where there is comparison. Maybe this child has more knowledge in mathematics than the other, and the parents tends to praise this other child than the other. That alone also can affect the psyche and the build up of that child from growing up, and it has a way of affecting that child even in the entire life. Whenever you see such children, when they come into a place, they just want to believe, oh, my parents don't tell me I am good enough. They always tell me I cannot amount to anything. They always tell me that this my brother is better, so they don't want to try, they don't want to attempt anything, they want to withdraw. And when children start to withdraw at that early stage, you see that that part of them is going to be locked up, and it's going to take serious work to be able to bring out their real personality. And I tell you, yesterday, the quote that Albert Einstein stated that every one of us is a genius. But every time a bird will always compare himself with the fish and want to feel that because he cannot swim, that he is not a genius, then you always feel he's stupid. But when you are able to come to the realization of knowing that there is nothing that you have inside of you that has not been given to you, and that with the fact that you are able to identify that thing, when you focus yourself and you proudly prune yourself in that area, you become the genius that your world will be looking for in that particular area. And that is what I want to challenge you with, help you to see how you can begin to see a better person with regardless of what they have told you in the past. Because a lot of us, sometimes in the past, some of what we have been told has been stuck with us. We are stuck with them, that we don't believe that we can do anything. And one of the first thing I want to give us on how we can build this confidence I'm talking about is the fact that, see, let me just share this with you, that the first video I was going to do, I used to share it on a joking note, like I look at myself. I stand before the camera, I just put on the phone and I started recording myself. And the first time when I listened to what I said, I don't believe that this is me talking. Do you know, I deleted it. I said, hello everybody. I said, hi everybody. I was sounding like, it was like, the voice was looking like that of a guy. I said, is this how I sound? Nobody's going to love this. I'm not sounding like a female. I'm not doing this. Said it. But I tell you, look at me from that last year now. I can tell you that my confidence has improved. And what helped it is the fact that I did not stop. I did not give up. One, there is this three-fold code I want to give you: confidence and competence. It's like a loop or a two sides of a coin. That every time you talk about the subject of confidence, it is at the other back end of it is competence. That when you look at the subject of confidence, it has to do with you figuring things out, and you able to look at what is the needed skill or what is the needed knowledge that you need in this particular area, and you are getting the ability to figure that skill out. And when you have that, and that is proficiency, and whenever you see somebody that tells you he or she has one gift, and the person is now using that gift, the gift is now paying that person. The only missing link between that person and you is proficiency, is competency. And why do I say so? A lot of us at this moment, even me that is talking with you, there are areas of our life that we are not competent. And we always think that we don't know what it takes, or we feel we are unable to do those things, and we write ourselves off. I need you to check your heart again today and begin to tell yourself, there are times in our life that we confuse spiritual awareness, spiritual knowledge, our spiritual powers. We confuse it with 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 self-awareness, self-development, and self-knowledge. That is one of the things that is affecting us today. When you see some people, when it has to do with spiritual awareness, they have the knowledge about the supreme being, the God, and everything that he stands for. They know all about him. But when it comes to self-confidence and it comes to self-awareness and self-development, I want you to know that it takes something from you that you need to develop, or else you are never going to become anybody that will be celebrated in life. And that is just the other side of what you see here in the States. We see a picture of men and women that don't really go to the extreme of calling on God or what have you. They just believe there is a universe, they believe in nature and what have you. But they never write themselves up. They believe in their ability to figure things out. They are confident in the fact that they have this thing called the brain, and they can use it to think and look for what they need and get it sorted out. This is where we always feel stuck. And I want to challenge us that writing from today, you need to sit down and tell yourself, if like I did to myself, okay, if I want to be a public speaker, if I want to teach, I want to mentor, I want to let my friends get to know what they can do to become the best of whoever they are, there is something that I needed to do, and I need to sit myself down. What are the skills that I need? Because when you lose the sight of what you need to build your confidence, that is when fear lay hold on you. When you sit down with the fear, the first time I narrated my first experience with regards to doing video, the really reason why I was afraid, and the real reason why the first time, apart from me thinking I'm sounding like a guy or my voice, nobody's going, oh, I don't have accent or this, and all the mistake and excuses I gave myself, I needed to sit myself and ask myself, what is the reason what is informing this fear, and what is giving me this level of insecurity that is making me thinking I cannot do this thing. And I needed to sit down and look for what are those skills that I need. And that is the first thing you and I need to encourage and educate ourselves with regards to building confidence. If you need confidence in any area of your life, number one, you need to sit yourself down and look at what is the skill that is lacking, that is preventing your competency in that sphere. Look at how the world has so shifted that every one of us now, we cannot afford to still tell ourselves that we only want to be using the social media only to be watching and to be looking and what have you. That the social media has so much become a tool for us, so cheap that you can make the best out of it, and you can begin to turn a fortune out of it if you know how to use it well. And that days and those experience and those period that we always think that, oh, it's just to go and check, whoa, what's the latest in that, or go and listen to the latest gossip, or go and watch what is trending, or go and check who is getting. Every good thing we do, as we do those things, it is equally very important to look at how you can use it. Look at the YouTube and this platform that I'm also streaming on. Everything that I am telling you today, I started off by sitting down to learn from some of the people that I know they have the skill of what I was looking for. There are so many. So when you say you need confidence, look at yourself. Go and Google every resources you have about the subject, about the area you are lacking confidence on. Start reading. Download it. If it's a video, go and start watching. Go and start learning. When you finish your 9 to 5, where is sustaining your life, go and look for how you can begin to give extra time to those things you love and you have passion for. Because it is not going to be, you cannot be claiming confidence when all that you are spending your years and your time on are things that don't really motivate you, those things you don't really have passion for. And as long as you keep spending your time on them, you will discover that if there's no motivation for you to even improve on such things. And that is why it calls for living and coming inside of you and trying to see what are those things that you really love and you want to be known for. And then beyond your 9 to 5, you start using your 5 till the next 9 a.m. to grow that skill. And before you know it, by and by, the confidence that you think is missing in that skill begins to rise. That is the secret. Everything you see me do, if you ever know me in the past, I used to belong to the class of the loners, the not to be heard, the not to be seen, and the not to be. And this is me. And I told you the reference point to what informed this kind of behavior in my life, because I was sitting for almost 7 years just to pass an entrance exam that will qualify me to gain entrance exam, to gain admission into the university. And I tell you that during those period, I alienating myself, isolating myself. I used to consider all those people that were passing, you just look at them as if they are just something else. But I got to a point when I was now retaking examination with people that are 5 years younger than I am, and I started asking myself, if these people are passing, and every year in year out that I don't meet up, and I go back to another year junior than I knew that there is something wrong. And I need to sit myself down. I sat myself down and told myself the humble truth. There is something here that is missing. And until I submit myself. And I started growing myself by doing what? First and foremost, making friends with those people. Because before I just put them in their corner, I say, I'm not in their mate, I'm not in their class. Those people, they are younger than I, they are not my equal. But they have something that I was looking for. I had to submit myself to learning from them. I brought myself low and I start joining their clique, started relating with them, asking questions. And before you know it, I started gaining the knowledge more and more because they were willing to share with me. So this is it in life. The way God has structured the nature, we are human beings, we are interdependent, we are built on the frame of interdependency, so that nobody anywhere can ever claim to have it all or know it all or be it all. There will always be something in your life that it will be in the hand of somebody else, and it is only when you are ready to submit yourself to going to learn those things that will become yours. And that is the beauty of relationship. And that is why no to a point in life that you ever think you will never need anybody. Never believe that lie. It is not possible. So with regards to skills, let us start building our confidence by reaching out, reaching forth to those things we need. Look at some of those profitable skills. What are the top 10 skills that is needed in the world today? Go and Google them. Go and see which aspect of those skills do you have flares for, and go and see how you are going to be grooming yourself, because the future is not longer with the paper that many of us are celebrating. And I need to tell you, you can imagine somebody with a master's degree and somebody with a degree, first degree, second degree, and you get into the stage and you believe that everywhere is going to be rosy. You just get your landed dream job, you just get the American dream, and everything is just rosy. And you now see that you are going to start and go and kill by working in any kind of environment just to survive. Because why? They don't reckon with all those papers. They want to see what you can do. What skills did you have? And that is why I want to challenge every one of you out there that is listening to me, that please don't despise your gift. Don't say, this thing cannot really sell. Don't ever you despise what you have, what you are given. Go and learn. Those people that possess those gifts, go and study them. Go and see how they are pruning it, and they're making the best out of it. It's all about wisdom. You can imagine how growing a mango seed, and when that same mango seed become a mango juice, do you know that is a lesson, that seed has the potential of becoming what? A juice that is going to quench the thirst of lives, as many people that drinks it. But between that seed and the journey to it becoming that fruit and becoming a fruit juice, becoming a juice, mango juice, that is the gap. That is what is existing. That is what has kept us poor. That is what has limited us in life. That's what has made us thinking we are not. That is what has been robbing us of our confidence in life. That because you feel what you have is not important, and you leave it and you abandon it and you run after something else. And as good as those things are, if you are running after those things else, if you are making time and effort to still give time to learning and on how you can improve and get the competence and the capability and the proficiency that will help you celebrate your gift, it will be the best. And this is what you should be doing. Give yourself a 5 years plan. Give yourself a 2 years plan. Okay, every day I will spend 30 minutes. I will read on this subject. I will learn. I will watch this video. I will go get a research. I will go get a review. I will go learn. You see, and the beauty of this thing I'm telling you is that so many of us follow different people on different things. But some of the people we are following, they don't even have any correlation with some of where we are going in life. Many of us just want to do it because, oh, that person is in thing, and everybody just following without any vision and purpose. I don't want you to do purposeless following. Look at the people that your life in 5 years from now, you want to see your life look like. Go and subscribe. Go and follow those people. Go and start hearing from those. You don't say, no, And the beauty is that whether the person is in Australia or the person is in Jamaica, wherever the person is, social media has make it possible that you can be in the class with the same person that you don't even know, and you can be relating. Thank you very thank you so much. Thank you. So this is what I want to share with us. That first thing is go for the skill, go for the proficiency, go for the knowledge. Don't ever believe, because see, I told you the story. The person that that taught me how to drive is on this call and is also watching. My first driving experience, we almost ended a disaster, but thank God. And there will always be a first time. It will always be a first time for every of us. And never you despise those days, and never you write yourself, oh, because I failed, oh, nobody follow me, oh, I just have only 10 people on the line, only few people on this place that is watching, so I'm not going to do anything. No, that is what I told myself, that I will never give up on this, because if this is what I have believed, I have the passion and the love for seeing my fellow human being evolve, helping each other learn together to become the better person that we've ever longed to. That if there's anything happening, if somebody else here has done it, it is a clue that you also can do it, and I am not going to give up. And the next thing is, I want us to see whether we are single or not, like you are married. I want you also to see how you can grow our relationship. I mentioned the word relationship, and it is very important. A lot of us, when people comes into our life, some of us don't know the importance of what they have come to do. And so many of us, we have lost so many great important people in our life just because we could not recognize. See, when people come into your life, they come for different reasons. There are some people that you are friends with now because you are working in a certain establishment, because you are in the same organization, you work in the, or some people are in your friends, groups of friends now because you are mothers, maybe you are parents. So because your children, or you give birth at the same time, you are in the same hospital together, or you have clinics together, and they are your friends. There are some people, maybe you have a social gathering that brings you together. See, every of those friendships, they have something to offer you. But when you despise them, you don't know what you are losing. And you must understand there are some people, their role in your life, and that is why you have to be careful. If you want to grow confident, you have to be intentional in moving with friends. There are friends that they will always ill talk, they will always negative talk about you, they will always do things that you will not approve. You must have that wisdom to know where to put them. And at the same time, there are friends that they will lift you up. There are friends that their role in your life is to build you up. There are other people in your life that they are your assignments. They are there in your life for you to help them, to assist them. So each one of us, by the time you understand why everybody is in your life, you are able to know where to put everyone, then you are not going to be sapped. Because it is not going to speak well if you are only in somebody's life and you are only pouring into the person and the person is not doing anything. Do you know what that means? It will get to a place that you will be drained. So it's something that we must know. So we must be intentional in looking for those relationships that can add to us, that can rub on us, that can help us grow that community. Be in that relationship that will help us be the best of what we have always been dreaming of. It is very important. And then also another thing is on our voice. Let me say this. For so long a time now, I know inside of me, anytime I close my eyes, I think. I used to see myself as somebody, maybe I don't know how to express. I just see myself talking to people. That picture always come to me, but I always just shut it down. I will open my eyes. I didn't read journalism. I didn't study mass communication. How can I be doing something like this? It's not going to be possible. But I didn't know that thing is there. I have been given a voice. I have that voice. That gift is there, but I've been abandoning it. It is just like some of us that know the story of two loaves of a bread and five loaves and two fishes. That thing has been there, so small, so little, but I've been despising it. I've been thinking, no, I am not polished. I need to go and study communication, how to public speaking, out of this before. But I didn't know that it is when you step out. It is in you stepping out that you begin to see all the things that have been put that are inside of your purpose, that it is in going out that the momentum for growth will happen. That if you wait till everything is finished, that you have all the knowledge and you keep thinking it is until then that you will start, you will never. And I want to advise every one of us that with regards to building our confidence, we should never wait till everything is perfectly dotted out. When we wait like that, we lose out the momentum. Before you know it, somebody else is even doing what you have been thinking you want to do, and you will be blaming yourself. So give yourself the permission to fail, to try and fail. Imagine some of us are parents. Look at your little girl when she was young, much younger. The very attempt, the first attempt that child made to walk, you know the child will definitely fall. But did that stop that child and say, oh, because you fall the first time you tried, oh, I'm not going to, oh, the second time you fall again, you will never walk again. No, 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 no. I'm just going to abandon you. Do you see the relevance? That is the same thing we are thinking when we look at our child. But when it comes to our goals, our vision, our purpose, and our calling in life, we don't know that there will also be a time of pain, that those things will not really go the way we want it, but we must wait, persevere, and persist, and be patient, because it is in that process that we get the confidence. It is in that process that our confidence starts to grow. It is in that process that we begin to see that actually the last time I did it, oh, I made mistake. Oh, when I was I forgot that point. Oh, this is the better way to say it. Oh, and before you know it, you are seeing yourself growing more and more. This is my second recommendation. Look for relationship that are helping, not battery drainers. Look for battery chargers. Look for people that will charge you. Look for people that are going the same path. And if you want to build your confidence again, it has to do with your body. Do you know some of us, when we get into a room, it's like our posture, our body, our movements, the way we carry our body to affect how we our outlook. And there's a saying that says it is the way you present yourself that will be achieved. So I want us to stop being comfortable with us just being the last person to be heard. Whenever you have an opinion, be willing to voice it. Never you be afraid of saying it. Don't always put yourself relegate yourself to the back. Believe you have something, you have a word, you have a voice, and always be willing to voice out your opinion. Never always think you don't matter, that your opinion does not matter. That is another thing. Always be and then there is another thing that I want to encourage us to be affirmative, to always affirm positively about our lives. Get yourself a good word or a good quote that each time you read it, it gives life, it gives energy into your body. Put it in the front mirror of your dresser, or put it in the front mirror of your bedroom. Let every time you wake up out of bed, this is what you are seeing. Affirming words that will launch your energy, that will give you the confidence. It boosts your confidence to want to get out done. I was saying that in that last broadcast I did yesterday. I said sometimes when I wake up in the mirror, I look myself, I say, I give myself a virtual high five. I give myself a virtual high five. I tell myself, I am proud of you. I am proud of you, Adiola. I am proud of you. I tell myself, I am proud of you. I am a genius in the making. I am a change maker. I have what it takes to change my world. I tell myself those words, and sometimes I go ahead, I forgive myself. Because some of us in the past, there are so many mistakes that we make that is so demoralizing, that keeps us believing we are not forgiving ourselves. And that is always a gap whereby our thought and our emotion is always being drained. I forgive myself. You tell yourself, I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I give myself a permission to grow. And I now tell myself, I am committed. I am committing to being the best in this area, and I'm not going to give up. Whatever area you are committing to, affirm those positive words. And I want to say this thing. This is where some of us get it wrong. It is not all this type of affirmation that is just empty. Because a lot of us have been taught, and I have been there. I have done so many positive affirmations that I did not base it on action. That when you keep giving those words, the next thing you do is to take action. The next thing is to move from that point, and with that energy to go and take a step on what you are supposed to do, on what you need to do, to consult for knowledge, for insight on that thing. Then you are giving more fuel to the affirmation to keep becoming real and more real. Yeah, that is it. Yeah, thank you very much. Then the next thing is be confident. Rest. Give yourself rest. Whenever you are overwhelmed, whenever you have so many things going on, you will not be confident. When you have so many things giving you sleepless night, I want you to give yourself a break to rest, to calm down. Put those things on paper. Everything that is rising, that is giving you, making you go high, 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 put it. Bring it on a paper. Write them down. What are these challenges? What are these things? Okay, this. When you write them down, ask yourself a question. What will happen if this thing, if I don't do this thing, will I die? Will heaven fall down? Okay, what will be the worst scenario? What is the worst scenario that will happen with regards to this? Okay, now ask yourself, what is it that I have within my power to change this situation? What is this thing that is beyond my power that I can't do? So when you're able to see what you have power to change with regards to that situation and what you don't have power to change, then you know where to stay. You just go and do what you know you are able to do, and you leave the rest and you go and rest. Sometimes in the place of rest, idea will come. Sometimes in the place of just not thinking about it and just not allowing to drain you, you just give yourself a moment to rest. You will begin to see, maybe somebody will just come around and you will hear something, you have an idea, you just listen to the news and you just got something, just prompts you. Some of those things happens that way. So another thing is that put yourself in a state of rest and don't overthink and don't stress yourself more than necessary, such that it begins to overwhelm you and you're unable to get into a place where you are able to think straight. Because it is when you are in a mental state, and I want you to know that when we talk about being in a state of confident state, it has to do with your mental state and your health also. Because if you are high up there, you cannot think straight, then you are not going to be able to do anything. And this thing, I want to challenge you, and I want to sum it up with this, that sometimes here in the state, I walked up into a room and there's an event going on, and I was with my baby. And when I got to that place, I went to one corner. I just sat down there. I didn't want anybody to know me or anybody to, and this was all full of white people. And so in that corner that I was just sitting carrying my baby, somebody just walked up to me. Oh, look at this cute baby. Oh, please, can I carry her? I was just like, okay. And she carried the baby and was just playing with the baby. And it was like, throughout that event, I didn't get to carry my baby. From one person to the other, they were just exchanging turns. And do you know, and I was having that mindset, that kind of mindset. No, these Oyibo people, they don't relate with us black. They will just be doing their own like that. They are not going to. I was just, that experience told me that, because there is a nasty thought that is informed by imposter syndrome. They always tell you that you don't belong to those people. Just stay in your own corner. Don't. And it always make us to second guess and doubt our ability. That is what thing I want you to be aware of. That was what happened to me. And that day, that experience taught me that, see, even if you are black and everything in your head to toe is black, if you have one shiny thing inside of you, people will run after you. And that is where my confidence rose. And I want to challenge you. Don't write yourself up. So because I came with my baby, they saw that baby, they were attracted to that baby, and they were all taking turns. When the first person that was leaving, and they were like, can I carry her? They were just exchanging to carry my baby. So that is the summary. I want you to take one lesson out of today and believe it, that the only thing that is standing between you and being confident and building your confidence is you being able to identify what is it that is going to give you the necessary skill that you need in that aspect of your life that is giving you low confidence. And once you locate it, go and research and go and look for people that can help you build that knowledge gap, and you will see yourself come into it. I want you to see it in the past. How many of us can relate to this, that there are times when you are about to write an exam in the class and you have given yourself like 40 hours of studying? I want you to imagine, just go back to memory lane. Remember the last exam you wrote and you have so much read that you are like, tó bá bí lecturer yẹn rí, let the lecturer comes with any, I'm going to crush you. You know that kind of confident level that when you are sitting down, you know the way you are sitting in the exam hall like this, it's like they should just give you the paper and you just slash everything. I want you to imagine what gave you that confidence. It was your level of preparedness. It was your level of learning. It was your level of research and your level of, do you understand? So the same with us. When you get ourselves out of that level of mediocrity, a Christian, anybody doing anything, and we are jealous of having those things, and they don't even have right. That tells you that this world is fair. It means that person has gotten the knowledge that we are not willing to subject ourselves to. And the high time has come for us to go to that knowledge, and we're going to get the best out of it. Wow, I've spent more than 30 minutes. I'm so sorry. I knew it took me a little bit late for joining, but I'm so happy that I'm able to end it here. I don't want to go further, so I don't take it for granted. I want to appreciate everybody that was able to join. Jane, thank you so much. Shegun Ogushola, thank you very much. I'm seeing, I think she's left, but look, Nike, thank you very much. Everybody that have joined, I'm so grateful. I want you to please do me a favor and put in the comment section whatever feedback, whatever moment that you connect with, that really resonates with you. I would love to read your feedback in the comment section of your takeaway from this session, what you love most and what really, really resonated with you, so that I can also watch out for you. So that is just it. Once you avoid the ignorance trap, you are going to become more and more confident and you will pass. And that's it. That is the secret, friends. And tomorrow I'm building it further. Tomorrow is day 7 and we are going on another self-law. And this time around, we are going to be talking about self-discipline. Self-discipline. So it is another topic that we'll be looking forward together. And I look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much. And to those of you that get to watch this replay, I appreciate you also. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm deeply grateful for every one of you that have joined each of the day that we've started. I encourage you to come and join me tomorrow again, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Nigerian time on this group and here on this platform. And together we are growing together, our love, our momentum, and our growth. And we are ending this year 2021 on a grand style. And we are starting year 2022 like a boss that is so confident and energetic to take our world. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you for your time. See you tomorrow. Bye from here.